That's once. Want to rest for a second? How are the babies doing? They're following you very well. You want to take another breather?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Come on, goodies.
Getting ready for fairs, all your preparation by feeding and taking care of your animals, keeping them healthy. But as soon as summer broke, it's time to start practicing. So I'd have the kids go out there in that show ring, which we made, practice handling the goats, because goats can be very unpredictable.
For showmanship class specifically, you are judged on your personal appearance, and the goat is also judged on how well they're groomed and how healthy they look. So in the ring, what happens is the judge stands in the middle, and then the showers come out with their goats. The judge will move around, and you always have to be alert, switching to the opposite side to show off your goat, because your goat is the real star.
Hello, I'm Brandon Walters.
Okay, Brandon Walters. How do you feel about goats?
I don't like goats.
Why?
Because they're useless.
Can you
I'm
elaborate
not
on
making French toast if you can't be nice.
I don't know what to say. This is
just say how you feel.
stupid.
So there's a bunch of different classes, such as Best Udder, where the goat is solely judged on its udders. And then there's also kind of fun classes like goat costume class. And one year my brother and I dressed ourselves and our goats up and paraded around the ring. And he and Daisy were Kid Rock. And then me and Lily were Mabana, which is Madonna in goat form.
I feel that goats are very unnecessary animals to have as pets. They should be in the wild because they don't do anything for us whatsoever.
They stand there and we just feed them, clean their stalls and stuff. We're basically their slaves. And it makes me sick.
In the fair, there's always a fastest milker competition, and I had won that every single year that we had milk goats. So I guess you could say for a while I had the title of fastest milker in the county.
It's what parents kind of live for. It's when their children have victories such as a grand champion. Daisy is our champion goat of all goats, Daisy Ann. She, I think, won when she was a yearling. and she won grand champion, and Jessica won grand champion. She did an excellent job. And then that was not the only one, though. She got 3 grand champions, as I recall. And Brandon, the son, my son Brandon, only at 12 years old, won Best in Show for Showmanship, which is your hardest class.
How was your experience in goat showmanship?
Take 4.
When I won grand champion when I was 10 years old, I was honestly really, really elated because I felt like I'd worked so hard. I had studied my goat facts. I had been out in that ring practicing every day, taking care of them, doing the chores. And I finally felt like all that work had paid off. And when I got out of that ring, I just had this huge smile on my face.
That's
You're
horrible.
better at showmanship than Jessica.
I know.
Then talk
I'm
about
better.
that.
I'm better at everything than Jessica.
Well, talk about that. How you're better at showmanship than Jessica.
No, I'm not. Gonna...
You were a natural. You focused. You paid attention. Never took his eyes off the judge.
You tricked me. I didn't want to do
You
that.
can tell him about that.
These ones haven't been shown in quite a few years, so they're a little hard to handle.
Jessica was always too fidgety.
Jessica
and
was always too
a
fidgety.
little bit awkward in the ring.
Jessica's really awkward.
But you were much more poised. It's a very... I'm serious. I want you to talk yourself up. Talk yourself up how you were better than her. That's a good one.
My poise was just so much better than Jessica's awkwardness.
Okay.
Take 5.
So I realized I was getting a little bit too old for 4-H when I was about 15, 16 years old. And I'd go into the ring and I was beating 9-year-olds at showmanship. And it really wasn't as much of an accomplishment to beat a 9-year-old child in showmanship. So I decided it was time to stop. Why is goat showing embarrassing to you?
No, don't like the question.
Why can't you answer any of these? I think it's because you actually really love goats.
Deep down, no.
I think you do.
What do you mean?
I think you really love goats.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you think that?
I just watching that video of you when you were little.
I was like 6 years old. I was tricked. I was tricked into liking goats, and then I realized they're useless.